nagbigay ng patikim yung mga hackers before the deadline. And it's just a list of files. The list was so big, almost 50 or 60 MB, yung listahan pa lang na yun, hindi pa yung actual files. And may mga mukhang sensitive talaga na data na nandun, according to that list. No?
Like what?
Face value. Merong list of senior citizens, may ganun, may lumabas na ganun. Meron ding list of, well, of course, may employee list. I mean, hanapin mo lang yung mga keywords Siyempre, until you see the actual file, you don't know what's there. Pero if you take that list at face value, there might have been at least a few member data that could have been leaked. Kaya, I mean, I'm assuming lang na the ICT and related parties using that information is going through the data.
Okay.
And for me, ang immediate protocol dapat dyan, if it were me lang, no? Kontakin nyo na agad kung sino man yung nandun. Sabihin mo, na-compromise yung information mo and take the following precautions. Actually, kahit ako, not even knowing what's in the database, nag-post na ako. Guys, kung yung number mo in PhilHealth, ginagamit nyo for any other thing, palitan nyo na agad. Just don't even entertain the possibility na ma-compromise yung identity mo. Kasi nowadays, without us asking for it, naging personal identifier na natin yung cellphone natin Karamihan naman ng tao, isa lang naman yung phone na gamit. Ako, I have 3 kasi talagang praning ako. Pero yung iba, isa yung phone mo, yun din yung ginagamit mo sa Facebook, yun yung ginagamit mo sa whatever, Lazada, Angkas, probably your online banking. The moment malaman yan ng isang hacker, meron tinatawag na attack na SIM swap. Literal, kunyari ikaw, alaman ko yung number mo, Christian Esguerra, tapos meron akong copy ng mga ID mo, which allegedly the Medusa people have, based on that dataset, naglabas din kasi sila ng video. Literal passport photos nandun. So I have your ID, Christian. I have your number. Punta ako sa telco. Oy, hi, this is Christian Esguerra. I lost my SIM. Can I request for a replacement? And again, maybe the pressure is now on the telcos. How are they verifying the identity? Pero usually, titingnan lang nila, please provide an ID. If you're not the person, authorization letter. And then within 24 hours, you have your SIM. Pag nakuha ko yung SIM mo, next step, email mo na. I-reset ko na yung Gmail mo or whatever email you have. Dali na mahulaan yung email mo, di ba? Christian.esguerra or whatever. Various combinations. May mga normal combo na yan. The moment may ma-reset akong email mo, wala na, that's it. Probably it's the same email you use for Facebook, it's the same email you use for Lazada and everything else. Wala na, kuha ko na yung identity mo. Kaya for me, yun yung immediate chain reaction na, oh my gosh, sabi ko, nandun yung mga cellphone numbers. We have to tell people, hassle siya, palitan nyo na agad. Pinaka-hassle dyan yung banko. If your banks are like my banks, you have to go in person to change them sa branch of account. Hirap nun, napaka-hassle. Yung mga
Anong bangko ba yan? Ano ba yun sa'yo?
Karamihan are the local banks. BPI, BDO, Metrobank, yan ang normal protocol.
You have to go physically dun sa branch.
Oo. Kung napalitan na yung SIM card mo without your knowledge, OTP mo pupunta na dun sa hacker. I mean, think about it, no? Kasi yun yung way mo of protecting your identity yung multi-factor or two-factor authentication, OTP PIN, pupunta yan dapat sa phone mo. Kung hindi mo na controlled yung SIM mo kasi napalitan na siya. Imagine mo, 3 steps yan. You have to go to the telco and tell them, boy, yung nagpapalit ng SIM, hindi ako yon. Please provide verification, ganyan-ganyan. Tagal, may affidavit of loss pa yung nalalaman and all that. You're really wide open if you entertain the possibility of a SIM swap.
So ang dapat gawin, ang dami kasi member ng PhilHealth, di ba? So kung ako nagkakamali, more than 90% ng coverage yan, di ba? Yun ang pinagmamalaki niyan. So ang advice mo, just to be cautious.
On the safe side,
magpalit na number?
If you think, if you think yung number mo sa PhilHealth, kasi may application form ng PhilHealth, katakot-takot na data yan You fill that up, di ba? Baka nga hindi nyo na naalala kung ano yung pinilapan ninyo kasi probably you applied for it when you started working, di ba? Karamihan yung ganun. If it's the same number you're using for any other identity, don't even think twice. I-detach mo na, at the very least, detach your number from your emails. There was a big hack years ago, yung Yahoo hack na ito nangyari to sa Facebook. Parang na-compromise yung database ng Yahoo. And ang ginawa ng Yahoo, to be safe, dinelete niya lahat ng compromised emails. No? So,
naalala ko yan. Yeah.
Dinelete nila to be safe. However, hindi naman na-delete sa Facebook yung mga email na yon. Kunyari, christianesguerra@yahoo.com, dinelete ni Yahoo yung email mo. So, your email does not exist. Pero nakakalimutan ng mga tao na, hey, yun yung email na ginamit ko pambukas ng Facebook. So, that doesn't stop me, for example, from creating a brand new christianesguerra@yahoo.com, exactly the same email you had. Since wala na siya sa system ng Yahoo, gawa na akong bago. And then punta ako sa Facebook, reset ko na yung password ko, pupunta na siya dun sa Yahoo na yun, and then that's it, I can take over. Ang dami mga taong nabiktima dyan, identity theft, no? That's just with the email. Ngayon, nauso na yung two-factor or multi-factor authentication. Di lang email, kailangan may telephone number. It makes everyone a little safer. Pero paano kung na-compromise yung number mo? Yun, hassle yun. Papalitan mo ngayon lahat ng... nakakahilo eh, kaya ang dami nagalit. It's not political. It's not political. It's just incompetence. Kasi lahat tayo tinamaan. Doesn't matter kung DDS ka or BBM ka or kakamping ka, lahat tayo tinamaan. So I feel na hindi dapat natin politika tong issue na to. Talagang we have to hold people to account and protect ourselves. No? Yung bottom line. Defense muna tayo, defense.
Speaking of accountability, ang gusto kong puntahan, no? Hindi naman pwedeng ganun-ganun lang yan. So, ang kriminal, gagawa ng krimen. Yan ang trabaho nila eh. Pero yung PhilHealth, bilang gobyerno, dahil kinuha nila yung data natin, private information, dapat protektahan nila. So, ano yung mga dapat gawin dito? Dapat may managot, di ba?
Well, ito yung masaya. I don't know kung binawi na, but literally yesterday, someone from the National Privacy Commission said, you can sue. Pero they were talking about the employees. Kasi at that time, parang employee data pa lang yung nako-confirm na na-leak. So if your data was compromised, but actually, ito yung magandang tanong eh. Ano ba ang kaso yung if-file mo to begin with? Kasi may criminal case, may civil case. Number one, you have to prove na may breach. Somehow, malalaman mo lang naman yun pag biglang meron ng kumukontak sa'yo or somebody made an attempt. So that's a breach. Until then, or na-verify mo na nandun ka sa dataset. Kaya nga, segue lang tayo saglit. I feel that another thing that needs to happen is kung sino man yung nag-investigate ng data na yan, kailangan meron tayong facility to validate if your name is on that list. Merong website na haveibeenpwned.com. It's maintained by a private individual. Ginagawa lang niyang public service na ina-upload niya doon yung mga passwords at mga names. Naka-encrypt yun, so you won't be able to get it. Pero you can check, is my name, Dominic Ligot, in that list? Or is my password, yung mismo password mo, mabavalidate mo kung na-breach siya somewhere. No? So that should certainly happen for this. Kailangan may way tayo validating.
Di ba dapat gobyerno gumawa nun? Kasi...
Correct. Well, they're the most equipped eh. They're the most equipped and they're the ones who can do it legally. Remember, a private citizen should not have access to that data kahit na naka-open siya. Whatever. Nothing stopping anyone. So, and dapat may helpline na paano kung na-compromise ako? Ano mangyayari? So, if let's say, proven na may breach or worse, hopefully hindi nangyari, meron nang nangyaring financial loss, may gumamit ng credit card mo or whatever, according to the NPC, you can sue. Kasi under the Data Privacy Act, yung data controller, whoever has possession of your data, is liable for breaches. Who's the data controller here? PhilHealth is the data controller. So, yun lang. I mean, just keep it simple.
Pero sobrang hassle na yan. Sobrang hassle yan.
Yeah, tsaka magastos. Mag-hire ka ng lawyer. Di ba? Parang karamihan sa atin, public attorney ang habol mo. Haba ng pila doon. So, nakapanghina kasi you feel so helpless.
Ito may tanong sa'yo, Doc. Basically, nasagot mo na ito. No? How do you know if your account is compromised? So, dapat may maglabas. Basically, dapat gobyerno, no? For us to validate.
Yung inquiry, whatever you call it, validation portal, siguro. Dapat labas agad yon para ma-check mo agad. Kasi malay mo, wala ka pala doon. At least, you can feel a little safe. Pero, yun na nga, if you don't want to take second chances, palitan mo na agad. No? And then, secondly, if you're there, what do you do? Kailangan naka-outline na yung steps. This is how you protect yourself. Parang right now, wala kang mahanap na ganun eh.
Kung nagustuhan nyo po itong video na ito, paki-like at share na lang po para mas marami pang makakita at makapanood. Kung gusto nyo po makibalita, follow nyo na rin po ako sa aking mga social media accounts na nakasulat po sa screen. Pwede rin po kayo magpadala ng super thanks, super like, super chat at super sticker sa YouTube, saka Facebook stars po. Alam niyo po, malayo po mararating nito para makagawa pa po kami ng mas maraming video na makatutulong po sa pagpapakalat ng tamang impormasyon para sa bawat Pilipino. Kada like, subscribe, follow at share ay pagsuporta po sa tunay na independent journalism sa bansa. Maraming salamat po.